It's the second part of our Olympic preview. These women don't just break records, they break barriers, showing the world that the only ceiling is the one they choose to shatter. Like Columbia grad student Olivia Giacchio, she's taking moguls for yet another epic spin around the Olympics. Then we'll check in with two greats on the women's alpine ski team. Lindsey Vonn is speeding into record books, while teammate Mikaela Shiffrin technically takes the slope by storm. And even small-town USA gives rise to big Olympic dreams. Alpine skier Keely Cashman joins us with more on her journey to Milan Cortina. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome into this week's edition of the Stifel Snow Show, where we will bring you the official Team USA Olympic rosters for alpine, aerials, and moguls. I'm Cara Banks, taking you straight out to where we'll find some of those Italian venues. We showed you last week that Livigno will be the base for snowboarding and free ski, while that lovely locale will also be home to moguls and aerials. Meanwhile, the US Alpine team will be split between two venues. The men are barreling towards the Italian Alps in beautiful Bormio, and nearly 200 miles east of there is where you will find the women. Cortina, now host of the 1956 and 2026 Olympic Winter Games for women's alpine. Well, after redefining what dominance looked like on snow, enduring injuries and stepping away in 2019, she is back with purpose. Her return to alpine skiing in 2024 has never been about chasing a headline, but honouring a legacy still in motion. Now headed to a fifth Olympics is a statement of excellence alone, and one that doesn't come with an expiration date. Her journey reminds us that icons don't just inspire by winning, but by daring to begin again. And sometimes a little warmth is just the extra incentive one needs. Lindsey Vonn is a Miami girl now in our iHeartRadio Rewind.
I really don't like the cold, which is ironic.
The three-time Olympic medalist, she's won 20 season titles. She's simply the greatest speed skier we have ever seen.
I think growing up in the cold weather in Minnesota made me want to live on the beach, and that's why I moved to Miami. I'm Lindsey Vonn, I'm from Minnesota, and I'm an alpine skier. Miami is always warm and sunny. It's the perfect place to be on a boat, wake surf, e-foil, but I've never lost the passion for ski racing.
At the age of 40, Lindsey Vonn is back on a World Cup podium.
Coming back in, I feel free and I don't have any pressure. I have already accomplished everything I ever set out to do, so this is just the cherry on top.
If you've accomplished everything you ever wanted to do, why come back?
Well, you know, the Olympics are in a little town called Cortina, and it's one of my favorite places of all time. It's where I got my first podium in a World Cup. It's where I broke the women's World Cup win record. So it would be symbolic if I could close my career in Cortina.
Yes, Cortina is calling. Well, now on to a teammate whose command of the 2026 World Cup season reflects a champion fully in control of her craft. With precision and relentless consistency, she continues to elevate alpine skiing while redefining what sustained greatness looks like. As she heads toward her fourth Winter Games, she isn't just collecting victories, she's cementing her strength in slalom along the way, proving that true dominance is built on mastery and an unyielding commitment to technique. Mikaela Shiffrin is our Stifel Star of the Week.
Slalom is kind of like a different sport from the rest of the alpine skiing disciplines. It requires the most amount of precision the minute and a half before I'm pushing out of the gate. I'm just staring at this course, this mountain that I need to throw myself down. It's kind of a paralyzing feeling. And I can hear my heartbeat in my ears. I can feel my heartbeat in every cell of my body. And then when they say ready, go, you have to create a funnel in front of you that this entire explosion just needs to go into this funnel forward. The gates come so fast at you, and somehow you need to take this pair of skis that produces force up to about 4G per turn. And you have to harness that force and direct all of your energy within 1 to 2 inches of a gate. It is the most rhythmic dance. It can happen, the beat like that fast, and it can be like that. And you just have to like put all of your doubts behind you and send it into this course entirely uninhibited. And if I'm not at my 100%, it's anyone's race. When that energy really clicks, that feeling is indescribable. I don't know that there's another feeling like it on the planet.
A pretty incredible insight from the best. Now, our Xfinity Making the Team moment is here to reveal the full U.S. women's and men's alpine team. Now, 10 of 11 members of the women's alpine team have been Olympians, with only Mary Bocock scheduled to make her Olympic debut. The strong women's team, by the way, has a combined 331 World Cup podiums, and every skier on the team has a top 20 World Cup finish this season. The men's team will have 3 athletes making their Olympic debut. That's Ryder Sachette, Carl Negomir and Sam Morse. And the silver medal winner in Super G, Ryan Corcoran-Siegel, is the only returning medalist from 2022 Beijing, and the only World Cup win of his career was at Bormio in 2020, which is, of course, where the men's events will take place. So we just touched on the strength of the women's team. Well, here are some more fast facts powered by iFit. Shiffrin and Vonn each have 3 previous Olympic medals, which ties them for second all-time among U.S. women's alpine skiers. And combined, they have 191 World Cup victories. Mikaela, Lindsey and Breezy Johnson have 10 individual World Cup titles between them, and over 60% of the team have had a top 6 result on the World Cup Tour this season. And one of those is Keely Cashman, who is here to discuss her Olympic journey after the break. The Stifel Snow Show is brought to you by the U.S. Army and 10th Mountain Division, proudly supporting the history of U.S. ski and snowboard. Be all you can be. And Xfinity, proud partner of Team USA. And welcome back to the Stifel Snow Show, where we are now joined by an Olympian from Beijing, alpine skier Keely Cashman, who has made the 2026 U.S. team. Congrats, Keely, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we're so excited for what's ahead. You've also just skied a career-best 5th in Super G at Tarvisio. So first of all, congrats on that. And what was going through your mind as you crossed the finish line in your best position yet?
Thank you. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. The run itself, I was kind of one of those runs where I wasn't really sure how it was going to stack up. It felt pretty easy, I would say, on the course, and sometimes that's slow in Super G. So when I crossed the line, I was kind of like, I don't really know how that was. But then when I saw the scoreboard, I was very excited. And my dad was there in the finish, and Lindsey was there cheering on. So that was pretty awesome.
I mean, speed events, full stop, demand a dose of courage, right? But in Super G, how have you learned to manage fear and confidence in a discipline that does move so fast?
Yeah, I think this year especially, that's kind of something that I've been able to level up, was my race day approach and being able to execute on race day and push all the nerves aside and really focus on my plan and just narrow the focus onto the course, what I'm doing in each turn, in each section. I've been able to really execute my plan going into each run.
Well, we see you guys skiing the course and competing, but I know it takes a team. Tell us, who has been most influential in your journey to get to this level, and why so?
I mean, our team, as everyone probably knows, is doing amazing right now. We have so much depth, and I've never been a part of a team on the World Cup that's been so dominant. And ever since I made the speed team, Jackie Wiles has always been super welcoming and helpful to me. She's helped me learn the track. She's always there to talk to me, and anything I need, she'll help out with it. And then obviously having Lindsey around has been super helpful, especially this year. I mean, we're training with her all the time, and that's the top speed. So it's been super helpful to just watch her in training. And also she was giving reports to us every race, and anything we ask her, she'll help us out. And that's been really, really awesome.
Yeah, given the success that she's been having this season, it's kind of a good barometer to have within your team. Now, I know your dad coached you and your brothers at a small family-owned resort, and we've heard that he travels with you. So tell us about having your family on the road with you through all of this.
Yeah, that's actually something new this year, having my dad back on the road with me again. It's something I've wanted for a while, definitely struggled a little bit on the World Cup to kind of punch through and have the results I know I can have. And so this season, we figured out to have him on the road, and it's really been a game changer.
Now, we can't forget those photos you posted after your crash in 2021. I know a very difficult time in your career. What sacrifices have been necessary to reach the moments like this of making an Olympic team?
Yeah, it's been a long journey for me back from that crash. That was my first big crash, big injury in skiing, and I'd never been scared before that. And then after that, I was pretty scared. And I don't think I realized it for a while. I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm not really scared. But my mind and my body were not lining up for a few years after that. And I think the biggest thing from that was that leaning on my teammates. And I'm going to say Jackie's name again because she's been through some incredible injuries. So I've always looked up to her because she's not afraid to talk about the fear that comes with having a big injury and crashing like that. Having Lindsey around too, she's been through some crazy injuries and she's come back stronger than ever. So that's been really inspiring. And just to see those girls do that, I think has been super helpful for me.
Yeah, well, it's incredible to see you doing the same as well. So congratulations on just getting back. Now, you're wearing a cap today, but we do love your signature cowboy hat. Look, we've heard your nickname is Big Country. Can you tell us where that's come from?
Yeah, so I come from a very small town in the mountains in California. It's kind of Western, I would say. But I started wearing the cowboy hat because when you're competing on the World Cup, everyone's kind of wearing the same uniforms, the same things. It's very different than my hometown and what I'm from, what I'm used to. And so I was like, I'm going to try and bring a little bit of that over here and feel like I'm at home and just bring that onto the World Cup circuit. And so I started doing that last year. And one of my friends from home just started calling me Big Country, and he thought it was really funny. And then it kind of caught on, and now it's kind of a thing, and we have T-shirts and everything.
Thanks so much for joining us, especially at this really busy time as we build up towards Milan Cortina. We're so grateful to talk to you today, and we're excited to watch you perform at the Olympics. So best of luck, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
The 10th Mountain Division and the U.S. ski and snowboard team were both born in the cold, where the air cuts thin and the ground is never steady.
Every time I face the cold, I learn something new about myself. But sometimes it takes someone else to show you how far you can push your limits.
You already know how to push your body. Now we'll teach you how to adapt to anything.
You want to try a little thin air training with the VO2 masks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Pressure like this teaches you how to breathe when everything in you wants to quit.
95% is physical. The last 5, that's mental. And that 5 decides everything. Because you can't control conditions.
Only yourself.
Well, making the US Women's Moguls team is one of the hardest tasks in winter sports. With 4 women in the top 5 this season, the talent pool runs deep. Every athlete is skiing at a world-class level, pushing speed, difficulty and consistency, all while knowing there are more podium-caliber skiers than available spots. In Women's Moguls, success is multi-layered and the sport is evolving at a rapid pace. Reading, Connecticut's Olivia Giacchio gives us an inside take for our Stifel Spotlight.
For me, moguls is really exciting because it's a balance of becoming the best skier you can possibly be in all of the areas. Turn technique, speed, and jumping. You have to be fantastic at all three to have a shot at winning World Cups.
Giacchio racking up the podiums.
You definitely can't let one area slip. That balance for me is something that I really value and really motivates me.
She just looks so confident, and that translates to your turns in and out of the jump as well.
Over the last 8 years, women's air in mogul specifically, the progression has just been tremendous.
Oh, and a beautiful takeoff on that 360.
In 2018, almost every single girl at the Olympics was competing a 360 to a backflip. And then just 4 years later in 2022, every single girl but one was competing at least 2 flips or a cork and a backflip. And that progression has been awesome to see. I would definitely say air is an area that I like to push the most.
Olivia Giacchio.
With those clean turns, and look at
no way!
The 10.
The first woman to compete that in competition.
When it comes to air, I definitely feel like I've become a lot more competitive in recent years.
And she wins it! Giacchio gets it done at Deer Valley.
I'm really excited to push the envelope even further.
Moguls and the newly added Olympic sport of dual moguls is up now with this Xfinity making the team moment. Remember Liz Lemley, Jalen Koff, Tess Johnson and Olivia Giacchio celebrating on the podium after sweeping the top 4 spots of the dual moguls competition in Val-Saint-Con? Well, welcome to the team, ladies. Big up for the talented guys as well, and we are leaping into aerials after the break. Stay with us.
Lily presents Heroic.
It is terrifying sometimes, but when you go off these massive jumps with such high speeds, 60 feet in the air, and stick a jump to your feet, it is an incredible feeling.
2 rotations on the first flip, and then 1 down to landing.
Nice.
The sense of self-accomplishment that I get is incredible. To know that I could overcome that fear makes me feel like I could overcome anything in life.
Heroic is presented by Lily, proud partner of Team USA.
It really is incredible watching these competitors. Well, now to Vanecki's teammate Kayla Kuhn as she looks back on her World Championship win in Engadine as a turning point, choosing trust over fear and dialing in her triples. Confidence, control and commitment coming together at exactly the right moment. She's full of surprises. Let's watch.
Kayla Kuhn throws it down. Kayla Kuhn.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. This was my super finals jump. It actually took me quite a while this season to get the hang of triples. Coming into this event, I was feeling really confident in my jumping, and so I knew that I really just needed to put my training into this jump.
Kayla Kuhn putting the pressure on the rest of the field. Wow!
Huge jump.
This was definitely the best jump I've ever done on snow. I timed that pretty well.
Absolutely massive.
You'll see my coach is pretty excited here. As a female athlete, you know, you kind of have to go through this transition where you decide whether or not you want to go up to triples or you want to stay and do doubles. And that decision involves, do I want to deal with more fear? Do I want to risk more injuries and consequences? And I knew when I made that decision that I didn't want to retire from this sport in 10 years and wonder how good I could have been. I decided to start doing triples, and it was not easy. You know, you have to be strong, you have to have a rock solid mental component. You kind of question whether or not you're good enough for it. I went through that a lot this last season, and so toward the end of it, when it all started coming together, it just really reinforces that you have to be patient.
Kayla Kuhn of the United States is a world champion in women's aerials.
It couldn't have been more perfect. I wouldn't change a thing about it.
Congratulations. Awesome job.
Very, very proud of this moment.
Yep, hard work pays off. Well, now another magic moment from Xfinity making the team. Both Vanecki and Kuhn are headed to Livigno and the 2026 Winter Games. Kuhn actually posted a moving note of thanks to her mum and dad on social media. Plus, Kuhn's boyfriend, 2-time world champion Quinn Dellinger, is also on his way to Italy. Congratulations to all. Well, you know how it is to have that one sport that you're just so looking forward to watching at the Olympic and Paralympic Games? Well, you know, the athletes are the same. So we put the question to them, what or who are they going to fan out over? Let's have a listen.
There's a bunch of athletes I'm looking forward to watching in Milan. I would say some of the main ones would be just in sports that I'm close to. So a ski, half pipe, whether it's the women or the men, Eileen, Nick Gepper, Alex Ferreira.
I love watching snowboard halfpipe. I think that is the coolest thing ever.
Ski jumping, like ski flying, I think it's so cool how they just flying squirrel down the mountain.
Sled hockey. Those guys get out there and kick some butt.
Border cross. That's the most exciting event to watch in the Paralympics. You know, obviously I'm biased because I race.
I really would love to go watch some stuff in person, some of the curling and ice hockey stuff.
I would love to watch the half-pipe snowboarding. Like, come on, that's gonna be sick.
The camera doesn't do half-pipe justice. When you go actually see half-pipe in person, it's a whole nother sport.
If I could see any of the alpine events, like the downhill or the GS, just because they go so fast.
And obviously Lindsey Vonn and Mikaela
Shiffrin, Lindsey Vonn, that's gonna be awesome.
Obviously, Mikaela Shiffrin, Lindsey Vonn.
Really excited to watch Lindsey Vonn put the hammer down.
I'm really excited to see how Mikaela Shiffrin embraces all of the pressure that she's under going into this games. And it's so hard to pick one. I would probably just also say Jessie Diggins going for her first individual gold will be really exciting to watch too.
Oh my goodness, it's hard to choose. Well, you don't have to. Watch it all. We've got lots of first day excitement here on the Olympic schedule. Just a few of your favourite sports that come after the opening ceremony on February 6th. Check out the start date for alpine skiing, moguls, magic, and you will, of course, I'm sure, flip for aerials. Well, that's all for this week's edition. Thanks so much for watching the Stifel Snow Show. We just have a few more sleeps before the 2026 Olympic Winter Games officially begin. And next time we see you, we'll be ready to talk Paralympics. We can't wait for all that's to come. In Milan, Cortina, I'm Cara Banks. We'll see you soon.